What does renter's insurance cover? In plain English, renter's insurance offers you financial help if bad things happen to you or your stuff. Consider rental insurance to be a safety net. It'll kick in and help if there's loss and damage from designated perils, which include theft, fire, vandalism, certain types of water damage, and many other inconvenient things. We say that an insurance policy covers you from unfortunate incidents, like fires, or bites from an out-of-control dog. But that's just an expression, since the insurance company itself isn't preventing those things from happening. Instead, it's providing financial compensation for related damages if they do happen. If your entire apartment is damaged to the point where you're unable to stay there, renter's insurance can compensate you for the nights you might need to spend at that Holiday Inn. And if you're injured at someone else's place, or if someone else is injured at your place, it can even help with possible medical or legal fees. How does renter's insurance work? In exchange for the protection renter's insurance provides, you'll make monthly or yearly payments, known as your premium, to your insurance company. Your premium depends on a range of factors, like where you live, the amount of coverage you purchase, your claims history, and more. Should you file a claim, your renter's insurance company may compensate you for any covered losses over your deductible, the amount you pay before you receive compensation from your insurer. A typical renter's insurance policy has three main coverage categories. Firstly, personal property. Personal property coverage helps you recover the cost of lost or damaged valuables if your property is lost, damaged, or destroyed by a covered loss. Standard policies cover named perils. Very not fun occurrences like kitchen fires, lightning, windstorm, hail, smoke, vandalism, theft at home or elsewhere, freezing, damage from aircraft or vehicles, and riots, to name a few. Just keep in mind that if the stuff in your apartment belongs to your landlord, it isn't covered under your policy. That would mean any furnishings that came with the place, as well as certain appliances. It's also important to remember that renter's insurance won't cover stuff that's stolen in an area under construction, and while you're covered for most of the expensive stuff you own, it's only up to a certain amount. For jewelry, musical instruments, and other valuables worth over $1,000, you'll want to tack on some extra coverage, and your renter's insurance policy doesn't extend to any of your roommate's personal belongings. They'd have to get their own individual policies. Secondly, temporary living expenses. If covered perils cause your place to become unlivable, you might need to hole up in a hotel for a while. The good news is that most renters' insurance policies will cover these and other expenses under your loss of use coverage, possibly including cash you need to spend on food and laundry. The third, personal liability coverage and medical bills. Renters' insurance coverage extends to instances in which someone gets hurt at your place in an accident, whether that means hospital bills or legal fees from a lawsuit. It also extends to certain damages that you may cause when you're away from your home. Limits and deductibles. When you file a claim on your Lemonade renter's policy, it's important to keep coverage limits and your deductible in mind. Your deductible is the set amount you've agreed to contribute to every claim before you'll receive compensation for your loss. When you sign up with Lemonade, you'll be able to pick a deductible between $250 and $2,500. A lower deductible will equal a higher monthly premium, since you'll owe less out of pocket in the event of a covered claim. Each category of coverage also has its own limits, and occasionally sublimits. For instance, you can choose $10,000 of personal property coverage,